But yeah, patch notes. They came out yesterday, and I keep saying this, but it just happens every time. I'm just like, I'm so mixed on this patch. Like, they've done so good with things that, like, okay, these are good changes, but like, these are good changes, but like, is it? They're not. They're not really paying attention to the main issue of what's wrong with the game at the moment. Because realistically, the game is in a fine state outside of two core issues, which is Pen and Zuka. Like, those are the two things that are like, damn, this shit's fucking sucks. But like, outside of that, the meta's like fine. You know what I mean? Like, I never felt more enticed to play the game. You know what I mean? And that's okay. You know, that's definitely okay, because sometimes sometimes there's gonna be outliers in the meta, and Pencil and Super are definitely those two. So let's just read the season and catalog changes on June 1st, 2024, which is on Saturday, but it's actually going to be released tomorrow. The new season will include a new catalog, one new stage, Lemuria, I'll call it Lemuria, two new main weapons, and two sets of the weapons will be there too, 6 new sets of existing weapons, and 14 new tabletop cards. Changes the multiplayer. So fresh season, that's awesome. So two new songs, which is from Sasha Mori, and weapons will be added to the season as well. So Will String brought five being shots at once. Pretty sure how the way it works is like, so basically kind of explains here, if you charge it for the full amount, it spreads out, so you have to charge it halfway to get that close angle shot. Yeah, be wired the longer you hold it. Mint, it's horizontal most of it all the time, and its long dash is it's a long dash. There's not much to really go off of that. It's just a long ass dash. Yeah, those are the two things that I added about the new weapons. Pretty cool. I'm excited to try Mint. Mint does look fun, obviously, and it's a sword. I like swords. So weapons, right? We see these already. I don't need to go over this, but I'll even stop here for a second. You don't want to see it. And now we're moving on. Now, map changes. I did not expect this many map changes. I'm going to be real here. So the two big winners here are Barnacle Dime and Hammerhead, and these are, I think, you kind of won this patch a little bit. And I'm gonna go in a second to why I feel like it's like a double entendre of like things that are good, things that are just not good. But I'll go with that. So Barnacle Dime, I'm excited to play it. I don't know when the update comes out, but I'm pretty sure it's within this hour or definitely at the top of the next hour. So that's really what I'm excited for. And then I'm just off my that. Sorry, I'm all over the place today. But yes, I'm really excited for these map changes, but I'll go into why I don't think I can completely won with this patch, but I'll get to that later. So Barnacle Dine and Hammerhead Bridge are two maps that were actually going to be completely reworked. Not completely reworked, but reworked to where there's more to do on the map. Hammerhead, I think, definitely needs it because that map is fucking doo-doo dog shit. It is really bad, so I'm excited to see what they do with the map, even though canonically they did say it was done being constructed. I guess they want to finish up for the players to play on the map. Museum getting changes to all modes, but they're changing it mainly on zones and Rainmaker. I wonder what that's going to look like. That's definitely going to look interesting when I check those out. Mommy Ruins changed on all modes. Brinewater got changed. Scorch got changed. Eeltoe got changed. Haggle got changed. Flounder got changed. Marlin got changed. Manta got changed. Crableg on Turf War and Zones got changed. Bluefin got changed on Clan Blitz, which is whatever, because I don't really care about Bluefin. Bluefin is just maintenance. Oh, right, maintenance, my bad. Even build bridges is maintenance, so it's under the bridge. Yeah, I don't know why that's the case. It's for lore reasons, of course, you know. Keeping the in-game, like, changes to, like, make it lore relevant, which is cute. I like that the game does that, or the devs do that. Now for the main weapon changes. So I'm just gonna go over the weapons that got splash wall damage, damage dealt to the splash wall increase out of the way. Sploose, Splatter Shot, Aerospray, Luna, Clash, Carbon Roller, V Roller, Brush, Octobrush, Dapples, And that's it. Now let's go over the actual main weapon changes. Zap. Increase the time it takes a chance for shots to scattering, which increases the fire continually to reach its maximum. So basically, it takes a while for its RNG to start actually acting up or trigger, which is, I think it's going to help the weapon a bit, you know, in some certain fights. But right now, I still think Pencil and Edit are the dominant, like, cooler weapons you want to play at this current moment. You could technically still play Try and Zap, but those two weapons are just gonna get out like coolered or out like classed by those two cooler weapons in specific. Nozzle Nose got a maximum damage increase to 29 to 31, so this is a good 2-point damage change. Honestly, I mean, it's not gonna do that much, so I'm not gonna kill like I'm not gonna do like a complete 3-shot hit like Nozzle Nose does, but what it will do is that it will like do chip damage to other weapons. So let's just say you hit a blaster or a slosher, that will actually kill 100%, because it does around 70 damage. Even with the you can 2-shot them with the nozzles, burst by them, they die instantly. So you know what, this is honestly a good change for this. I'm excited to see what it does for the weapon. But will it really be good for the meta? Nope, not really. But it's good to see at least get something instead of nothing. Rapid Blaster got reduced the amount of time it takes for the ink to begin recovering after about 1/20 of a second. I think that's 2 frames or 3 frames quicker. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But regardless, that is still a good change for it, because like there's a lot of downtime for blasters to get their, you know, recovery up. But now this kind of helps it make it where it's not as egregious. Like if you threw 3 frames or 3 frames, okay. So it's not as egregious as it used to be, because like you throw a torpedo and you use a shot, it's kind of over. You don't get your ink recovery that quickly. But with this, I think will help it a lot. Obviously, is it gonna beat Range Blaster in this meta? No, but it is still pretty good for the weapon, and I'm excited to try it out and see how it does change the weapon a bit. Tri-Stringer and Reflex. I'll go with Tri-Stringer first. The area terrain ink by the falling spray has been increased, so it has a line of paint better. Just the positioning falling spray to make it easier. Oh yeah, it's just so when it falls, it gets more painted. So this is a paint buff for Tri-Stringer, which is honestly kind of scary, because as you may know, I think Tri-Stringer is annoying as shit. It just needs a better kit. Honestly, I think the main weapon is completely fine. Obviously, it's not pencil broken, but I still think this weapon has a good chance right now. But just there's not many people pushing it. It is a hard weapon, I'll say, but mid but annoying as fuck. I don't think it's mid. I don't think it's mid. I think the ink line, Dart Spammer. Dart Spammer, mayhaps. Oh no, don't give that thing Dart. I'll be scared the thing gets Dart. Next is Reflex. Made it possible to charge midair at the same speed as when it runs around. Basically got Swiffer's gimmick, which is whatever. I've seen people on Twitter. I think they're joking about it. I hope they're joking. Be like, oh my god, they took Swiffer's gimmick, as if like there's other weapons with the same gimmick as another type of weapon from a different class. Like who cares? Like I don't think it's gonna push the weapon to like a new like a tier or push it above a higher tier. It's just gonna be the same. It's just gonna be good at better fighting in Super Fraud Watch. Nah, Super's not a Fraud Watch. Super's fine, just not that good as other chargers. Well, Bamboo. I think Bamboo is gonna take the crown of like annoying as fucking chargers in this meta, or at least the new Bamboo, because you know Fizzy Bomb and Chumps do help it a lot chip wise. So you know, good for that weapon. Reslider. Now inks along the rails have extended before launch, so I'm pretty sure like when the lines go through, that's what's going to be painted, and when the active terrain is moving, it'll now move along with it. So 21 to 35 frames, that's crazy. 20, you want to make it a 30 frames, that is crazy. Yeah, I don't like Bamboo either, but you know, I think Bamboo players need something, because like right now the weapon's in a good state, but like this is, I think the second kit will definitely push it. I think it's gonna be more annoying. So Reef Slider buff, I don't think this is gonna change anything with the special. It's still gonna be the same. I think it will help with like trapping people. Like if you're trying to fight them at a long distance range, you can just like paint over their feet, and they have like a short amount of time to react to that. So I think this is a fine change relatively. You know, maybe not like the best change, but I think this helps it a little bit for sure. So at least I got something. Big Bubbler. Now inks the ground where it's placed. I don't know why it took them took them almost 2 fucking years to do this, but they finally did it. And from the trailers and like the demo we've shown from the mint weapon, it does paint the entire ground or the entire bubble where it spawns at. So that's nice. I'm glad that bubble got something again. I think this does help bubble fight, or people who use bubble fight, because as soon as it's painted on the ground, the user can just move out of there for free. Of course, it's going to take a bit for it to set up properly and then use the bubble itself. But honestly, this is still a good, small... You better play Blaster. Yeah, I'll play Blaster more. Honestly, there's been a lot of Blaster buffs as of recently, and I'm actually quite happy about it. I don't think this is like something I've been excited for recently, but there's been a lot of Blaster, like small Blaster buff with these recent patches, which I'm okay with. You know, it may not be a direct buff to the weapon itself because I think it needs a small paint buff or anything. But that's about it. Let's see, AVAC. The ground slide. Okay, the ground slightly before the user will be inked periodically while it's activated. So I think what it means is that for the vac itself, it'll act like a sprinkler where it can paint behind you, like it licks those sprays of ink. I think that's what it's gonna do. I don't think it's gonna help the special that much. It's still gonna be dog cheek. It's gonna be dog cheeks, but hey, it helps it. Scream. It got damage to Squid Squid Beacon, Sprinkler, Wall, Sponge, and Rainmaker Shield. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is all the special changes we get, and as well as the main weapons. Like I said, these changes are good. Most of them are good, right? But there's nothing that indicates Zuka or Pencil being drowned out from all the good stuff. And this is why I'm so mixed on these patches recently, because they don't really do anything to change the strongest shit in the world. Of course there's gonna be a strong weapon, but if it's that oppressive, then it's gonna be an issue. Pencil is so fucking oppressive. There's barely much you can do against that weapon itself. You know what I mean? Unless you're just having a better team, but at top level, it's usually just based off whoever does or outplays the other in a very specific moment. And also Zuko one-shots you because frame 1 activation. So yeah, these changes are decent, I suppose, but they don't really change the meta whatsoever, or to the points where I'm yeah, this is really huge. Yeah, sorry, I got text real quick. But I don't think they really changed anything to a degree where it's yeah, this is huge for the game. I think the bubble thing is actually the best thing that came out of all of these changes. But is it gonna be a huge thing? Not really. It's still gonna be the same old bubble. It's just that now you can paint the ground and possibly zone cheese, which is the fact that people focus on that shows me that people don't really play Bubbler. They don't really play Bubbler, but I do think that's gonna help it as well. So now we're gonna go through special point changes. Oh my god, excuse me. 200 to 190 for Big Swig Roller. Paintbrush also got 200 to 190. I think that's fine. Makes sense. Leader got 200 to 210. Red Leader got nerfed right before Pencil did. Special points, which is fine, Pencil got special points to her last time, but I think its special is more impactful than Kraken will ever be for a leader. You know what I mean? It's just a nothing burger of a change. I think it just does bother leader players a bit more, of course. Let's read the rest of this. Made it so that dodge roll is Clown's lunge forward. Rainmaker Shield. The direction will be just some place to not take excessive damage from touching Rainmaker Shield. So that's good. So if you dash forward to the shield, you will not just die instantly by the fucking shield. Made it so that season switches and ranks are changed. Rank players above those rankings for previous were top 1,000. Many modes will be changed to rank 0, regardless of the previous rank. So this is good. This will determine based on rank points when new time we change the seed. Made it so that the numbers of times that script begins place players towards most of jump numbers. Okay, so this is changes. number of contracts you get based off like types of so mirror matches and times 10 times 10, 30 times battles. Salmon run, extra wave. Oh, so you can fight all three at once. I didn't read this part actually. Somebody, I get the leader needs it, even if it gets too many crackers for what it does. I mean, yeah, when it plays lame, you can just paint a space area for free. But I mean, it still has like a lot of downtime, of course. So now it has even more downtime before it gets cracking. So yeah, you can fight 3 Scheme Salmons at once in extra wave. So it's not even a big run thing. It's just something you can do in general. So that's cool. Oh, so your fish skills will be tripled as well. So that's nice. Briscoe Doolies 30 to 35. So now it does dabble damage. That's cool. The low weapon is roller. We all know this. Change the spot into 3. Wonder Crust. I wonder what it's gonna be. Change the DLC. You now get 10 free shell messages. That's cool. Other changes. Squeezer. Basically, you can't do turbo. Thank God. I hate fighting against turbo squeezers. That shit's annoying. This update focused on. Wait, that's it. So well, I don't want to read this. I don't really want to read the notes because it just feels like I've been reading the same thing over and over again with these changes. And I mean, they're good changes, but I don't think they're enough to change the meta or change like the Zuka pencil problem. So yeah, my thoughts on this, like, there's a lot of good changes. Like, a lot of good changes. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not like being like, oh, this is the worst patch in the world. But it's still the same issue of like Nintendo not Nintendo, the Splatoon, the Splatoon balance team literally ignoring the main issue of the game. Like, we just had Worlds like a few months ago or a couple of months ago, and it's still the same thing. Like, it was literally last month. Like, that was the data we needed. Like, yeah, like, they're curb-blind issues to where it's like, okay, we're making other specials trying to be in the same, like, tier as Zuka, but that's not gonna help it, because Zuka, it's just oppressive due to the fact of the AoE, how much you get out of it by just using it right after you're done. Like, it has so much going for it compared to other specials. You know what I mean? It just doesn't seem like it's, like, really pushing, like, the meta anyway. They should have gutted range /52 and pencil. Okay, that's you're smoking. Slosher is fine. Range is fine as well. It's just Zuka and pencil. The reason why I say range is fine is because it's not really good because the weapon is good. It's just because of the meta it's in right now. Like, we're in a midline meta right now. Like, yeah, Zuka's still a factor, pencil's still a factor, but like, you really want to run one midline in your comp. Always, like, one midline. Like, you're going to get oppressed. Blaster players say range isn't broken. It's broken at the moment. Yeah, but like, if you nerf range blaster, you're still gonna have to deal with like rapid blaster, Deco. I still think that weapon's a bit more oppressive than range because its disadvantage is not as it's better than range blaster. Range blaster has a better advantage than rapid blaster, sure, but like, if you take that up so long, I'm getting one shot directed. I mean, I guess that's fair to a certain degree. The price I'm willing to pay, I don't know. Sometimes if you get one shot directed and you just go head first to the range blaster, you kind of deserve it. I'm not gonna lie. But that's just a me thing. That's just a blaster player telling other players to stop holding forward on the blaster. It's not gonna work 9 times out of 10, or 8 times out of 10. I guess a good blaster player. So yeah, that was my thoughts on the patch notes. I'll probably upload this to YouTube. I don't know. I just feel so, like, I just feel so whatever about this patch, dog. Like, I mean, like I said, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's like, there's really not a lot where I'm just like, wow, this is like gonna change the game. It didn't really change anything. It just, you know, it just did whatever. Let me see if the patch. Alright, yeah, we still have like about a bit before the patch, or before the patch comes out. We have, I think 45 minutes, because right now, if you want to play open till then, I got asked my teammates, so I could probably play with you, depending. This main starts at 25, that's true. 25 minutes long. 750, so roughly 10 minutes. Okay. Yeah, sure. I suppose I'll play some open. Let me see if she looks